firstly, good afternoon, everybody, members of the press. It's always wonderful to be associated with Gillette. It's been a long-standing association. And yet again, we're here for a culmination of sorts, which says shaved is bathed, which I think is really cool because it's a lot of it is taken for granted. I think women take a lot of time grooming themselves, preening and looking good for their men in their lives, their partners in their lives, not just for themselves. So I think it's fantastic when if men also take that little initiative and can also look a little groomed. And not just me, 83% of women feel the same way, not just Neha and me over here. We're not the exceptions to the rule. When we say that grooming is very essential for a man because, a shaved man always looks clean, chak, handsome. There's something approachable. There's something that just kind of jumps at you and says, look, I'm totally ready and totally groomed just for you. So I think that's very essential. A man who doesn't shave or a man who basically in my head is somebody who's very lazy. It's not just about, I think all he wants to do is just get up, roll out of bed and get on with the rest of the day. And I think that's a rather lazy approach to things. So a shaved man for me is always welcome, is always more inviting, is sexier, is hotter, is cleaner, all of that. Just like my Arbaz. Yeah, it has actually a couple of times. We've had to go someplace or an event or something like that, and I've been busy or he's been busy, and we've met, somewhere midway, and I look at him and I'm like, huh? You're gonna come with this 4 p.m. stubble of yours? I said, forget it. Go right back home. It's okay even if you're an hour late. Would you please go shave and come because it just looks awful. And forget all of that. It's just very annoying having to get close and having to hug and having to kiss. It's just very, very annoying. So get rid of that stubble and just be nice and clean shaved.
A very warm good afternoon to everyone who's present here. Sorry we kept you all waiting, but I'm sure it was worth it seeing Vidyut and Arbaz in bathrobes. At least it's worth it for me. I don't know about you guys. But speaking of first impressions, let's too far. I think Gillette does a lot of research, and 84% women actually think that guys who shave actually make better first impressions. I have to say that I have to agree with a lot of things that Malaika said. I don't know if I want to go public about whether I'm getting close to anybody in a car, when he's shaved or not, but I know for a fact that I'm not going to get close to anybody who hasn't shaved. It's just, like you said, it's first impressions. It's all of us who think that, bathed is shaved. Like, I heard Malaika say something about a 4 p.m. stubble. Guys don't even have to go really far when it comes to having a bath. You can have your second round of shaving just by, or looking good just by shaving, and you don't even need to have a bath because you end up looking far more hygienic the minute you do. And for me, it's always been a clean-shaven man over a stubble. There's a very small minority that thinks that the stubble is sexy, and I don't fall into that. And I don't think 83% women don't fall into that because they think that men who actually shave look far more hygienic and look like they have had a bath. So you can actually trick us. You don't even really need to have a bath. You can just shave and not have a bath, and we'll still believe you because, we're not as smart as you think we are because we spend so much time getting ready ourselves. All we want from you...
I can smell that.
Yeah, well, that too. Yeah, don't go too far with that one. But I just think it's really unfair. We spend a fair amount of, I think, almost 1/4 of our lives just getting groomed and getting dressed, and all we want is 3 minutes of your day to do so.
So have you ever...
Go that far. It's my disclaimer. I'm like, okay, I'll meet you there, make sure you're clean shaven, and I'll make sure I'll recognize you.
There's no denying that, first and foremost, I'll talk for myself, that I feel that I'm looking better, feeling fresher when I shave. And my little boy, on a couple of occasions, when I've hugged him and I've tried to kiss him, if I've had a stubble and, he's kind of got a little irritated and pushed me away, because he doesn't like the feel of the stubble on his skin. So and that's not a good feeling, because the child already is reacting to that. So, and he's mentioned it a couple of times that if you ever come to any of my school occasions, that, I want you to look nice, and by that he means I don't want you to be, sporting a stubble or, having a beard for that matter. So these impressions are formed very early that what looks nice is a clean-shaven person. He looks like he's probably well-groomed, he's had a bath, or it looks like even as though like my father's just walked out of bed and he's just come to my school occasion. So these have been a few instances with my little boy, and I'm a little conscious and careful of that every time I'm with him, I like to be clean-shaven, and definitely when I'm out with him for any occasion, I like to be clean-shaven.
Dates that you went out on before you got married. There was always, you present your best, you always on a date, you go out clean shaven, and then, that's how you're trying to put on a first impression. But after marriage, then when did she make you realize that, you have to groom yourself every day? Was there any particular punishment that happened really?
Yeah, you're right. Actually, whenever, obviously, for not just us, for most of the couples that are dating or, beginning in their courtship or whatever, they tend to be at their best, because they're probably not spending as much time together. So they're spending quality time together. They're at their bare, the way they look, the way they dress, the way, in terms of every aspect, even hygiene for that matter, becomes of the optimum importance. And maybe at some time, and it works both ways, that you tend to, drop your guard at times. You don't shave. Maybe you'll not bathe in the morning and find time towards the afternoon or evening, maybe to even bathe on a lazy Sunday or something. But you keep getting reminded by your partner that, this is not something that is acceptable. It's not nice. And that's something that somebody like Malaika is very particular about. Wherever I've been little taking it a bit easy or lax with my, even in terms of my grooming or something, now so she's particular. She like, the stubble's not looking nice on you, you're looking tired, you're looking sick, you need to look fresh, you need to look handsome, just go ahead and do that. So she's, in that sense, she's very particular, yeah.
We started the movement in Ahmedabad, and then we moved on to many different cities, as you can see. And clearly, this is a culmination event. We are talking about how successful we have been in making sure that all the men in India shave only for their benefit, so they get closer to their respective women and get more respect at work. But I feel that, I have been associated with the brand for almost 7 or 8 years. And every time I come back to a Gillette press conference, or if I have, I see more and more people who've shaved and come, which is wonderful. Even you, I remember the first time you came, you were looking rather dowdy, but you've cleaned up well. But apart from that, I'd have to say that, we all are on social networking sites, whether it's feedback on Facebook or Twitter. I remember talking about Rahul Gandhi. He looks better clean-shaven, and he did appear somewhere clean-shaven. And I was actually I was almost feeling like I've sent the message across almost till the parliament along with Gillette that we made them shave too. But yeah, the message is spread. It is wonderful. And, with, of course, the brand new razor with the Gillette Fusion Power Phantom, there's absolutely nothing that one has to complain about. I remember Arbaz and me bumped into each other during an evening walk, and he was all praises for the new razor, and he was just like, oh my God, I just thought that Gillette couldn't do better, and then they come out with this, and they've done even better. So, just personal experiences like this and going all the way to spreading the message all over the country. So it has been a huge success, and I'd like to congratulate Gillette and the entire team.
Very important incident that happened, and what Malaika said is completely right, that men who don't shave are lazy, because Arbaz and I have been traveling to different cities because of this initiative, and we both have been competing as in who can shave faster. And it doesn't take more than about 50 seconds. The last time we did about 52 seconds or something, we timed.
Minute, yeah.
So I can officially say that men who don't shave are lazy. Me, I started as a negative. And when I went on the sets and I was clean shaven, and my director Nishikant Kamal tells me, Vidyut, wait for 2 more days, let this towel come in. Thoda gunda type dikhega. So then I moved on to Commando, and Commandos, basically, the Indian Army officers, the Naval officers, the Air Force officers, they are rough and tough men from within, but they look clean shaven, they are clean shaven, and that makes a lot of difference. So it has to be from within.
Kind of concepts where images of people on screen are concerned. When you see probably a wanted list in a police station, you'll see this guy with hair all over, maybe a cut on his face, because that is what, you'll never probably see a good, sweet-looking man's photograph put up as a wanted list. Generally, I'm talking from the film point of view. You'll have all of these angry-looking people with beard and hair on a... So there's a perception that, like he said, when his director told him that, you're playing this character that needs to be looking a little, menacing, then don't be clean-shaven, give yourself another 2 days, then you look in that character. So that's the screen image of certain...
Right.
Smell great, they look groomed, they look handsome, they look like they've done something for us, for a change.
It feels amazing, and like Malaika has said, Neha has said, and now Vidyut, I've been also associated with Gillette for the longest time and been using their products for a long time, and each time they innovate and they bring something, it is a far superior product, and this particular Fusion Power Phantom is another very superior product for a very, very affordable price. So it's fantastic. It just feels great.